I make $80,000 a month as a sales systems agency owner, and I do this by building sales systems for a variety of companies from 6 figures, 8 figures, all the way to 9 figures that connect them with their ideal clients. In this video, I'm gonna walk you guys through the entire process end to end. I'm literally gonna show you exactly a step-by-step on how to actually build those systems yourself. I'm gonna give you my thought process when building those sort of systems, the platforms. I'm going to build it live in front of you. So if you stick with me till the end of this video, not only you're gonna be equipped by the tools, but also the skills to go ahead in the market and basically build those sort of systems and sell them for your own clients. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so the first thing we have here is just a whimsical, and I'm gonna walk you guys through how the system is gonna work and basically just give you an entire overview of what we're gonna be building. So we're building a system that looks for companies that are hiring for certain roles. This is a clear pain signal that they are looking for a type of service. So let's say a company is hiring for an SDR or like an account manager. That means they need help acquiring more clients. So if you're a lead gen agency or an agency in general, and you can provide them with leads, you can essentially just go ahead and contact them and reach the decision maker directly. And you could position yourself as an agency that basically provides the services that they're looking for, instead of them hiring someone new along with the cost with the onboarding, training, or if a company is hiring for an SEO specialist. You could position yourself as an SEO agency that provides SEO services, or a marketing agency. If you are a marketing agency and you provide, marketing services, you could look for companies hiring for a marketing specialist, and so on. Just so you guys know, these are one of the most powerful Make.com scenarios. So let's just go ahead and map how the system is going to work. So the first thing we want is a system that essentially sends a bunch of data to an API, right? And that API is gonna run a scraper, and that scraper is gonna look for the job postings. It's either going to be Indeed job posting or LinkedIn job postings, and then takes that latest job posting that were posted by those companies, and then looks for the decision makers, finds their email address, and then essentially reach them out using a personalized email with the context of the actual job posting, and do that at scale. So this is essentially like reaching out to warm leads. So let's just go ahead and map this. I'm just gonna click on this plus button and start mapping this. I'm gonna look for diagram shape, rectangle. So the first thing I want to do, right? So I want to build this to be scalable and predictable and reliable. So the first thing is I want to send the data, basically kind of like creating an app that where you can input the information such as the position name that you want, the city of the position name, the country, and then just basically send it from there instead of just typing that on the scraper. So we need to build a system that does this essentially. Okay, so we will send data, which is going to be position name, city, country, and then we're gonna send it to our Indeed job scraper. Let me fix this. All right. Indeed job scraper, and then we're gonna find decision maker and enrich their data. And I'm gonna explain to you guys what all these keywords actually mean. And then the next thing is we will personalize and clean company name. I'm gonna explain to you guys why we need to do that. And then the next thing is we will add to instantly and start campaign. All right, sweet. So this is the flow, basically. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through the platforms that you're gonna be needing. So to send data, such as position name or city, we just need somewhere to put data in so we can retrieve it later on. It could be a Google Sheet, could be Airtable, which is a Airtable database, basically. You could use ClickUp. You could use any type, of a platform where you can put the data in and just retrieve it. In our case, let's just use ClickUp. So ClickUp is a project management tool, which I love. If you guys watch this video, you know I love ClickUp. I use it as my project management tool to track leads, build automations, and they have a great API. And basically, I was playing around with this. So the flow is gonna be like this. So we're gonna have scrape companies actively hiring for, which is job title, SEO, results number, just how many results we want. I'm just putting one for the purpose of this video. For the city, it's going to be New York, country, United States. And then once you click on this button right here, right? If I click on this lunch right here, the system is gonna run. And basically, I'm gonna go back to my instantly. So instantly is basically like a cold email software, which is the best one. And essentially you can send like thousands of emails using instantly to like people in general or decision makers when you're selling a service or products. You can reach them out at scale. You can be sending up to like 50,000 emails a day if you're in a higher plan and you know what you're doing. So yeah, we're going to be using instantly. And then the platform that we're going to be using to build this automation obviously is going to be make.com, which is the glue. So make.com is our automation tool, which is the best tool on the planet. I literally run my entire business in make.com, guys. So we're going to use make.com. And then the platform we're going to be needing is going to be Apify. So Apify is a gold mine of scrapers. You can essentially use their variety of scrapers. Some are paid, some are free. There's Instagram scraper, Google Maps scraper, TikTok data scraper. Like there's a lot of things right here. I love Apify. And then obviously we're going to need OpenAI, ChatGPT, or Claude. Basically, it's our AI model that we're going to be using. So it's either going to be Claude, right? You need to have an API. You need to have an API key, right, in Claude, or you can use basically GPT-4. So the first thing we want to do, right, is we will sign up to all these platforms just because I want to put myself in you guys' shoes and basically like just do the entire thing end to end. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sign up to Apify. So I'm going to click on get started. And then we're just going to have to put your email right here along with a password. Now, I will need like an email right here just because okay, so I'm just going to look for an email here. I have so many emails in my instantly. So I'm just going to look for this one and then go back to my Apify console, click on email. For the password, let's just put this one, click sign up, and do all of this right here, which is going to be all of this CAPTCHA bullshit. Click verify. Oh, there's another one. Cars. Where's the cars? Cars. Am I blind? Another car. Verify. Awesome. So we're creating an account. Now they're going to send you a verification. I'm just going to put my name. Let's just do Saad. Cool automates. Oh, forbidden. Cool Saad. All right. Just put the onboard in. And then they sent us an email. So I'm just going to go to my email right here. And what I'm going to do, paste that in here and then put my password, which I'm not going to show you guys. Awesome. So they sent us a email to verify. Click verify. Go back. So we're verified. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look for Indeed. Job scraper. So there's a bunch of scrapers. The ones that I like to use is this guy right here. It's NewBS. Awesome. So as you guys can see, this is the dashboard of Apify. You just put the job right here. You can put whatever you want, the country, the experience level, the sort type, which is going to be the date or relevance, and the number of results for each job. For the advanced settings, run options, I'm literally going to walk you guys through everything. So you can essentially just start scraping just from this platform, right? You can put whatever you want right here and click on start. But we want to automate all of this, right? This is the entire purpose. So I'm going to walk you guys through how to do it. So now that we signed up to this, you need to have your Instantly account for your cold email software that we're going to be needing. You need to have your make.com already ready, and your ClickUp or Airtable or Google Sheet where you're going to send the data. So I'm just going to delete all of this, and then I'm going to show you guys how to basically do this from scratch. So this is ClickUp, and this is just a task. So in ClickUp, you can put whatever you want. You can call this a task, a project name, whatever you want. We're just using it to send data. And I'm going to walk you guys through how to do it. So I will delete the automation that does this. Click on this delete button, click delete. And then if I go back here, let me remove this. So if I click on companies, I'm just going to name this system growth system, a YouTube, and then I'm deleting all of this, remove from the list, and do it all from scratch. Delete, 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 and delete all of this. All right, so growth system YouTube. Now you want to click on this plus button and look for text, and it's going to be position name. So this is the position name that we're going to retrieve. Click recreate. And then we want to look for another thing, which is country. So copy this and then look for text. And then click on create. We need the country now. No, so we have the country. Now we need the city. So it's going to be a text, city, and then the number of records. So we look for a number, and then number of leads. Click on create, and then we need a drop down so we can launch the automation from. So basically just a button where we click on this button and everything happens, the magic happens. So launch. So it's going to be start, and then just put like this green emoji, green color. So if I click on start, everything is gonna run. So for the position name, country, everything is good. All right, sweet. So now I want you to click on this button right here, which is going to be automation. So now this is where you build automations in ClickUp. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna basically create an automation. Before we do that, we're gonna go back to make. So we're just gonna go back from here, go to our make scenario, and then look for scenarios. Awesome. And then look for YouTube Playground, just my folder where I build you guys the systems. I'm gonna click on create new scenario, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for webhooks. So click on this plus button, look for webhooks, and look for custom webhook. So essentially what a webhook is, just a way to receive data or send data. Okay, so I'm gonna click on add, and the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna name this receive data from ClickUp. You can name it whatever you want and click on save. Now you're gonna have a URL. So this URL is just the URL that we're gonna receive the data from ClickUp. So click on copy address to clipboard, go back to our growth system list in ClickUp, click on add automation, and now we're gonna build our automation. So what do we want? So when a task is custom field. So a custom field is basically the button that we're gonna click. So the field is going to be launch from any to start. So from any to start. So once I toggle and click on start, then I want to call a webhook. So I'm just calling that URL, call webhook, and then I'm just gonna paste the address right here. Click create. now everything is happening. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how this happens. So if I click on, basically position name, launch, everything, I'm not gonna put anything here. So I'm just gonna go back and then click OK, and then I'm gonna run this once. So you guys see how it works. So if I click on launch, click on start, go back, I'll see the payload results. So I have the results. So growth system YouTube, everything is here. Custom fields, it's empty because we did not fill anything there. So awesome. Now we validated that this works. So we can retrieve the information. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our system right here. Bring back right here the drop down. For the position name, I'm looking for CEO. Country, I'm just going to put in New York. By the way, guys, always put the country name as don't put it like don't put New York just like this, just because scrapers only retrieve the data as in New York written just like this, minuscule. For the city, I'll put in I'll just put in California. Number of leads, I'm just going to put 1 just for the purpose of this video because I don't want to launch like 1,000. For the launch, if I click on this launch now, it's going to retrieve the data. So, okay. Now, once I have that data right here, as you guys can see, if I click on payload, I'll see the ID. So the ID right here is just the ID of the ClickUp list. So this is the ID. If I click on this right here, you guys can see this is the ID, right? Let me paste that in here. So both of them are identical. So I'll just remove this, go back. So now what I can do is I need to retrieve that task. So I'm gonna look for get a task. The way you do it, I click on add this plus button, look for ClickUp, and look for get a task. So once you do that, get a task, map your connection. The way you do it, click on add, click save, and then basically you're just gonna connect your ClickUp account right here. See, I have the system right here, and I click connect workspace. Now I already have my account connected, so I'm gonna map it, which is this one. For the task ID is going to be the ID right here, right? So this is the ID, just map it and click OK. Now I will hard code this just so you guys see the information. So I'll just copy this one, right? And then before I do that, I'm gonna fill out everything right here. Oh, it's already filled, so that's awesome. So we're just gonna click on this, run this module only, and then paste the ID. If I do it, I'm gonna retrieve the task. So I've retrieved everything right here. So the custom field, basically everything that I need. So if I look for the information, custom field, so city, New York, number of leads, position name. Awesome. Now what I can do, now I can put this data in the scraper. So the scraper we're going to be needing is this one right here, like I told. So where is it? Yeah, Indeed job scraper. So this is the one. Let me take this off. So this is the one we're going to be needing. So we need to connect our Apify account to basically make.com. And the way we do it is we look for Apify by clicking on add, look for Apify, and then look for run an actor. All right. Run an actor. Let me check if my camera is still recording. Okay, it's still recording. Let me remove myself from here. Just like this. Awesome. Now, for the actor, now I have already a connection set up, but the way you do it is you go to your Apify and you click on this button right here. And I'm pretty sure, no, you have to go to settings actually. You have to go to settings, go to API integrations, and copy this button right here. So this is your API key, the way you're gonna sign up and sign in to basically Apify. Click on add API token, just paste that in here and click on save. So this is my Apify connection. So I don't have an actor yet, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna map it. And the way you map it is you go back right here. So this is the actor, which is going to be this URL, right? The actor ID. So I'm just gonna put it right here, paste that in here. For the input JSON, if you go to JSON right here, you're gonna see all the information that you need, right? So these are the jobs. So what I would recommend is you just remove all of these and put CEO, right? And then for the records type, I'll just put, I don't know, California. And then I would actually, it's either California, but for a broader research, we're just going to remove it. For the number of results for each job, put 5. Let's just put 0 for now. Or we just put 1, and I'm going to show you guys how to map that later. Residential, always proxy configuration is going to be residential. For the run options, click on no timeout. Awesome. Now if I go back to my JSON, I just copy this, and then I'm going to go to JSON formatter just to format this beautifully. So if I put this right here, let me show you guys. So if I put this right here, it looks all ugly. Now if I put it in JSON formatter, it's going to format the JSON. If I copy back, go back right here, now I have it beautiful. So for the country, I'm just going to map. I'm going to move this, and I'm going to map the custom field that I have here. So country is going to be country. Job is already a CEO, so I'm gonna put CEO, position name, number of results. I'm just gonna put 1, which is going to be number of results. Position, not position name. It's number of leads. Awesome, everything is good. Awesome. So if I click OK, now you guys will see something. So if I click on run once now, right, and I go back to my growth system and I click on launch, click start, go back. So we're gonna cache the response. Oh, there's an error. So let's troubleshoot this together. You must rent. Oh yeah, we need to rent this first because it's paid. So let's click on rent. Awesome, we rented it. Then let's go back to our system right here and then click on run once. Let's do it again. Go back, launch. Let's go back. So we're gonna cache the response. The operation field would must. Yeah, okay. So United States. Let me see. Let's troubleshoot this together, shall we? New York, country. Oh yeah. Country. We need to put United States. Ugh, silly. I'm so silly, guys. There's no country such as New York. What the hell? Just embarrass myself in public on YouTube. So click on run once. Let's go back here and click on start again. Now it's gonna run. Awesome. So we ran the actor. If I go back, as you guys can see, I'll see that it already ran. See, you can see this in real time, right? So I see the run-in option right here. Awesome. So let me fix my camera because it's stopped recording. Okay, so my camera stopped recording, but now we're back. So as you guys can see, the actor finished with a succeed. So that means everything is good. So if I go back to my run, look to, we found the data right here. So the job title is SEO, Chief Investment Officer. We have like everything here, like the company name, basically like everything you need. So what we can do now that we validated that the system works, so we're just gonna save this, right? And then we're gonna go back, and I'm gonna explain to you guys what we're gonna do. So now that we ran the actor, like the actor just runs, right? But where do we get the data now? So we need a way to get that data, right, from this actor in our make scenario. And the way we do it is we're going to go and create a new scenario. So this scenario is going to be split in half. So the first half is running the scenario, which is going to be running the actor. Once the actor finishes and takes its sweet time, now what we're going to do is going to retrieve the data. So the way we do it is we look for Apify. So create a new scenario, look for Apify, and then look for watch actor run. So it's an instant and asset. Instant and asset just means the scenario is going to run automatically. Click OK, activate scenario, and then click on save. Save anyway. Okay, now we're going to map our connection, which I believe it's going to be add. Yeah, we'll click on add, and our Connection is going to be pretty much this one, I guess. Yeah, so it's been like years since I've been using and building on make.com. I can just predict the webhook. So click on save, and then the way what we're gonna do is click on OK. So now the actor is gonna watch everything. Now the actor already finished. So after the actor finished, we need to get that data. So the way we do it is we need to look for a module. It's called get a dataset items. So this is the dataset items. Again, make sure you connect and map your connection. So this is the dataset ID, right? So dataset ID is, if I go back right here, this is the default dataset ID. So this is the default dataset ID, right? This is where the data is. And you can either copy it from here or go back to run and look for integration. No, storage. Look for storage and you're going to see it right here. And you can copy it and hard code it, right? If I go back, I can just copy this. For the JSON, for the format, just leave a JSON. Limits, just put 1 because we already have 1. And click OK. Now if I run this, so I have everything. So search keywords, SEO, title, salary. So this job doesn't have a salary, so it's remote. This is the job description, basically. The job, this is the sanitized one. Okay. Company. So this is the company. It's called Nordic, which is awesome. You also have the company logo, which is pretty mind blowing. So now what do we want? Now we scrape the data. Now, where do we go from here? We need to find a decision maker. Now, let's the way we find decision makers is you guys have to understand that when you scrape LinkedIn jobs or Indeed jobs, the poster full name is almost inevitably not found because those companies don't want to show who posted the job. But we're gonna find a way. So the way we do that is we're gonna look for this as a simple way that I think no one on the internet actually talks about it, but I was the one who invented it, which is the lowest hanging fruit. So if you want to look for a CEO of a company, why don't you just Google the damn company name and find the CEO? So if I look for Nordic, so this is a Nordic, right? It's a pretty big company actually. If I look for Nordic, look for CEO. Oh, I've just found the CEO, right? So this is the CEO of this company. Now, how do I get this and put it in Make? The way you do it is you look for, so go and click on this plus button and look for HTTP requests. Look for make a request, add this right here, and then we're gonna perform a Google search. So Google search, basically in HTTP, just making a request to a Google search. So I'm just gonna copy this, and then I'm just gonna copy this URL. It's going to be Google. And instead, I'm just gonna take this and just map the company name, right? Company name, and I'm gonna do plus CEO. This is how query strings work, basically. And the method is going to be get, parse response yes, no header, nothing, just click on OK, right? Now, if I run this once and I will look for Nordic, essentially now I just scraped the entire page that is right here. I just scraped this entire page, right? So the way what I'm gonna do now is I need this data as HTML, right? So it's either we're gonna take it as HTML or we can just feed it to Claude. And essentially Claude, the AI model, is basically just gonna take the information. Let me remove this right here. It's just gonna take the information and basically retrieve the CEO name. And the way we do it is you click on this plus button and look for Claude. Entropic, create a prompt, and then we're gonna use Sonnet because it's the best for max token 360. Add message, click role, user, content is going to be text. Awesome. So for the text, we're gonna put the prompt that we're gonna need. So extract the CEO name from the scraped data, the CEO name, Let's do the CEO name. No, the company name must be aligned with the CEO. Scrape data from the scrape data, which is going to be data right here. The company name must be aligned with the CEO's company. If I go back to my company right here, which is going to be Nordic. All right. So let's run this and see if basically Entropic is gonna find it. So let's see. I'm gonna run this and then let's see. All right, Claude, you can do it. Based on the search results, Rajesh Kashyap is the CEO of Nordic. Awesome. Awesome. The name matches the company Nordic you asked about. Okay, that's great. So let's actually double check. So yeah, it's that person. Awesome. Good job, Claude. Now, what do we want? Now, we want this data to be only JSON, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. Now, you want to talk to these models only using JSON, right? Just because you want the result to be always consistent and reliable and predictable. So the way we do it is we're going to output the final result in JSON only using this format. And we're going to literally show them, show Claude how to do it. So CEO name, and then that way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look for the parse JSON. And I'm going to show you guys why. So look for parse JSON. And this basically just makes the data super beautiful so you can manipulate it later on. Parse JSON, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the text response right here. Now, if I go back and click on run once, ignore the warnings just because we have a JSON at the end. Make just yells at you for doing that, but we don't care. So parse the JSON. Awesome. So the JSON was correct. So CEO name, it's Rajesh Kashyap. And then if I go back, you guys will see. So CEO name is the guy. So now, what do we want? Now, we want another thing. We want the company name's website. So the way we do it is we're going to do the same again. We're just going to copy this one right here. Now, what do we want? We will do the same thing. So what are we going to do is basically company name plus CEO. If I click on Nordic. Okay, so we found it. Awesome. Now, what are we going to do? Let me check a few things. Nordic website. Awesome. So what are we going to do is we're going to copy this one, and then we're going to add website. So the company name website. And then instead, now we're going to retrieve the domain name, right? Because we're going to need it. And I'm going to explain to you why. So extract the domain name from the scrape data. The company name must be aligned with the company name. And then we're going to put company name. Click OK. And then we're going to run this again. So we're putting it in Claude, and then we're parsing the results, and then we're making another request, and then telling Claude to retrieve the domain name, and then parsing the results later on. Awesome. Let's see. Awesome. So Nordic.io. Awesome. So now that we have this, now we can feed it to any email finder and essentially find a decision maker. The way you do it, click on add button, look for an email finder, and then look for search for a person's email. Now you need to have an email finder. Now an email finder is a platform that allows you to find verified emails, and it's the best email finder on earth, just because they only charge you if you find the email. So you need to sign up. So I'm just gonna sign up, click on app, and then you need to we can just start our free trial, but you gotta realize if you wanna scrape a lot of leads, you need to like basically buy their pricing right here. If I go back, so yeah, they have a, I believe is the Black Friday still here. So if you click on yearly, you can get like basically 12,000 credit. I mean, like 12,000 emails sent. Like this is basically gold mine. So go to app, and then you need to basically start your free trial. So I'm gonna do it by looking for monthly, start trial, and then you need to sign up. So the way you sign up, I'm just gonna put my name and then my email address, which is going to be, I believe, which email address? If I go back to my private email, which email that I used? All right, awesome. So this is the email. Let me copy it. So I can't really copy it. Awesome. Copy this one, and then I'm gonna put this for the password. Sign up. Now I signed up. Pretty easy. They have this beautiful onboarding. And then what I'm gonna do, you have to put in your card, so you're not gonna see me do it. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Awesome. Now that we paid and I gave an email finder all my money, let's start searching. So would you look at that? The sun just came out. So click on API. So I'm gonna go back. Click on API once you purchase, and then look for enable API. So they're gonna give you this API key. Now you do not wanna show your API key. I'm just doing it because the purpose of this video. And if you guys wanna run me a big credit card bill, you're out of luck, because I'm gonna rotate it just after this video. So I'll go back right here, and then I'm gonna click on add. I'm just gonna name this YouTube growth system. Click on save, and then look for search by domain, which is the most accurate one. So domain is going to be this domain. Full name is going to be full name, and then that's it. Click OK. Now let's run this. Let's see if an email finder is gonna find it, the email. So creating a prompt, we're parsing to JSON, we're making requests, and then everything is going well. Well, retrieving the domain name, we're parsing the JSON, and then I'm trying to find the email. Awesome. Results. So we found this. The person's email is this one. So we just found the email, guys. Awesome. Woohoo. Now what are we going from here? Now, what do we want? We need to essentially personalize the email. So the way we do it is we're gonna go to my dear Claude, and then we're gonna personalize the email. Go back right here, and then max token, I'm just gonna put 3060, and then click for look for role, user, content, type is going to be text. Text is basically the prompt and the template. Now, if you guys know me, right, you know that I'm not a big fan of those emails where you send basically such as I have an icebreaker and an offer. Now, I like to write emails manually as basically like as a template, and I pretty much just fill it out with data retrieved, right? This is essentially what I teach in my community, which is basically scary AI personalization at scale. So what you do is you write a perfect email. You pick your perfect customer, and you sit down and you literally write a handwritten email to them, pitching your offer, and then you change the email as you convert it as a template. And now you take the data, right, and you feed it to GPT or like Claude. You're like, hey, based on this data, just personalize all of these little variables to each person, right? So yeah, kind of like those wedding invitations, right, that you send to each one. but you just change their name, but like, and you personalize it a little bit, but now you're doing it at like thousands of people at scale and taking relevant information about their damn life, right? Scary and creepy. So for the text, as you guys know, I already have templates ready for this. So we're not gonna do this. So I'm just gonna look for a template that I have. Pretty much, I think I do. So we're gonna look for this together. I'll go back to my make. I'm gonna go back right here. So you guys can see, you can just copy this prompt. There you go. If I go back, so now what are we gonna do? So templates, the first name, we're gonna put the first name right here. Now we don't have the first name, so we need to perform a split. Basically just a formula that you can use in make.com. So split first name based off a space, and then we're gonna get, so get first one. Awesome. A friend told me about the company name, which is going to be Nordic. Company name. Or we can do, let's see, we can use this prompt. Let's actually look for another prompt. I don't like this one, so we'll just go back. So if you guys know, I have like 1,000 templates ready to plug in, like just plug and play essentially. So I'm just gonna look for, it's pretty much going to be, I believe, the last one, active scenarios. Let's look for this together. YouTube playground. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So we're just gonna copy this one, go back to our scenario right here, and then I'm gonna paste that in here. Now, we forgot something else, is we want to retrieve the recent wins. The way you do that is you click on make a request by HTTP, make a request, right? And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look for the website. So the website is this website. And then just like this, add the HTTP, parse the response. Now, we're going to make a request to the website, basically scrape the entire website. And the way you do that is you make a request, and then you look for text parser and look for HTML to text. So essentially, the HTTP request, we're just going to scrape the entire thing as HTML. So if I go to nordic.io, this is their website. Now, if I click on this one right here, if I click Control U, this is the data. Now, this is too much. We don't want this. We want to like convert it into basically like a text, and then we're gonna feed it to Claude. So data, put data right here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for Claude again. Click on Claude, and then look for create a prompt, and then what we're gonna do is put Sonnet max token 3060, add a message, role, user, content. It's going to be text, and then for the prompt is we're gonna basically tell Claude to extract recent wins, case studies, or fundraising, or any milestone from this website scraped data. Output the result only as in 2-line max. Use a Spartan tone, casual, with no frilly language. Click OK. Now we did that. If I go back, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run this instead of just running the entire flow from the beginning. So it's nordic.io. Make sure to add HTTP, Click OK. Now we're making a request. So it's going to be successful. They have a pretty, interactive website. It's going to take a little bit of time. Service is not reachable. That's weird. Nordic.io. Let's see. Let's unlink this. And then let's run this again. And let's see. Awesome. So we're making a request. Everything is going well. Check if I'm recording. I am recording. So we're making requests again. We're feeding it to Entropic. Awesome. So we found it. So the address, everything results. Okay. So we have the status codes, which is 200. Awesome. Which means like the request has been successful. And yeah, we're gonna go back to data. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna, oh my god, man, these guys can see there's so much. Like this is a big website, and I'm pretty sure this company like makes well over $10 million a year. And then what we're gonna do is we go back right here and then click on this tab, Control C, and then I'm just gonna hard code this, guys. So click OK. Run this module only and paste that in here, and now we're gonna retrieve it to text. So now it's way better, as you guys can see. Now look at this. So it's better, like a lot less. Now the same thing we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this one right here, paste that in here, and then run this module. And then as you guys will see, Claw is gonna retrieve the recent wins. Okay, so recent launch of Nordic Innovate, a 10 million grant program to support Web3 payment innovation, as reported by Cointelegraph. Strategic partnership with SoPay announced, allocating $300K for advanced crypto payments and everyday commerce. As you guys can see, this company is hiring for a damn SEO, so it's a lot of money. I might reach them out. Okay, now CEO name is going to be CEO name. Awesome. Congrats on text response, which is going to be text response. Okay, so this is the email. Now, congrats on the recent like fundraising, whatever they had. Random, but I noticed you're hiring for. Now we're gonna put the keyword. They were hiring for SEO. And formatted location. So their location is, I think it's remote. But if it's remote, then we don't need to do it. Awesome. So we don't need the hiring for role. Okay. The reason I'm reaching out is we can provide you with a fractional SEO without the hassle of onboarding or training someone full-time. Instead of the $150,000, $300,000 annual cost of full-time CTO, our services provide the same level of expertise. Would you be interested in learning more? So this is how I pitch my services, guys, and this is how I usually get like 25 to 30% reply rate. And this is how I've managed to essentially scale to $80,000 in like 6 months, basically just using cold outbound and selling those sort of systems for companies. So let's just go back to our scene one, and then click OK. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this once again, and then let's see how this is gonna work. So everything is going on. We're creating a prompt. We're parsing the results. We're doing everything basically. And then, awesome. Let's see. So let's read this. Let me see if you guys can. Okay, you guys can see it. Okay, so text response. So. Hey Rajesh, congrats on launching that game-changing Web3 grant initiative. Random, but notice you're currently hiring for SEO. Reason I'm reaching out is we can provide you a fractional SEO. So as you guys can see, it's amazing. So this is it's a pretty powerful system. Now we have everything we need. Now what we need is to add this to Instantly. Look for Instantly, add lead to a campaign, paste that in here, map your connection, and the way you do it is you go to Instantly, look for settings. Look for API integrations and click on copy API key. Go back to your make. and click on add and paste in your API key, click save. Awesome. Now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna map this, and then we don't have a campaign ID, so I'm just gonna go ahead and create a new campaign. And the way you do it, you click on campaigns, add new, my campaign. You can name this whatever you want, click continue, and then you have it. Now we don't have anything right here, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our make, not this one, yeah, this one. Let's delete this one. Campaign ID, it's going to be my campaign. Lead email, we found it, which is email. First name, now we need to again do the same thing, which is going to be a split for the CO name based off a space, and then we're gonna get the first one, and then last name we're gonna get the second one, which is last one. So the company name is going to be company name, which is company name. Personalization is this one right here. Awesome. Click OK. Now if I run this end to end, just because I want to show you guys. So if I go back to my instantly, there's no leads, right? There's nothing. Like add some leads to get started. If I go back, and let's see, everything is running. We're parsing everything. We're doing everything together. We're creating a prompt, and then we're gonna add to instantly right now. So everything like is perfect. If I go back and refresh, I'll see the lead added. Awesome. If I go back, now I named this personalization. Preview. Hey Rajesh, congrats on launching that impressive Web3 grant program. Random, but as you guys can see, we did everything together. So now we validated the system works. Awesome. So now the only thing we're going to be doing is just basically click on this button right here and then map this right here. Instead of hard coding this, we're going to put the dataset ID. It's going to be default dataset ID. And another thing we need to do is sometimes an email finder is not going to find the email. So we need to put a condition right here. So it's only going to be if the success equals to true and email exists. Okay. Save this. And this one is going to be watch scraper runs enrich send to instantly, and then the first one is going to be let's go back right here, run scraper. Awesome. Click save. Now what do we need to do? So we're just gonna do something, and the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna click on this button right here, click OK, and I'm gonna show you guys the magic. So we're just saving this. Go back, and then we're saving this again. Click on OK. Now it's gonna run automatically. Go back. Let's check if I'm recording. I am. Awesome. So now what are we gonna do? So go back to our growth system. I'm looking for an SEO. You can put whatever you want. Country, we're just going to put United States, California, number of leads, 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on start. If I go back, scenario is running, ran the actor. If I go back right here, the run is going on. And then everything is going to launch once we catch everything right here. So let's see. Awesome. So the actor finished. Everything is good. Entropic found everything. And then, first of all, we need to delete this lead just because we don't want duplicates. Let me delete it pretty quickly. Awesome. Go back. Awesome. And everything ran, guys. So we don't have it. If I go back to our leads, now we have it. Awesome. Go back. Sequences, personalization, preview, Congrats. Hey Rajiv, congrats on pioneering affordable blockchain solutions for everyone. Notice your okay, so everything is great. Awesome. So is there anything I need to do? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So there you guys have it. You have an end-to-end system that we built in like an hour, probably. Yeah, that's an hour and 20 minutes. So you guys can just copy this and basically sell it for $5,000 to $10,000, just like I did for a bunch of companies. So yeah, hope you found value in this video. By the way, I just opened a community, so my long-awaited community is finally live. Where I teach you exactly how to build those server systems, how to basically personalize AI, how to build cold outbound systems. So essentially get your first sales system agency customer, the second, the third, the 10th, along with pricing strategies, basically how to build your offer, everything end to end. And I'm also essentially doing this live. So we have a course called 12-Day Agency. So every day I record a video as in you guys, and I'm literally gonna get the customer, close them on a call, scrape the leads, do that all on camera, not available on YouTube. So feel free to join if it makes sense. The price increases every 10 members just because I'm monitoring this, like basically for daily spam. This is not a random Facebook group. It's for people that actually want to make money as a sales system agency owners and make client acquisition extremely easy through cold email and AI. So yeah. Hope you found value, like I said, and I'll see you in the next video.